Hey guys, Jeff here with Crossbow Nation, and welcome to another episode of Crossbow Nation TV. On this episode, we're going to join Damian Riffle on a hunt for a buck that he calls Hoss. He gets his opportunity at him, and things don't go quite as planned, but he makes up for it and redeems himself later on in the year. So let's cut to the footage now and see how Damian's hunt goes.
Going into the season, all my friends thought I was absolutely crazy when I let my good friend and cameraman Larry shoot the biggest buck I had on camera all summer. Don't get me wrong, this is a great 145-inch 8-point that we had 3 years of encounters with, but I had passed on a 10-point the year before, and I was just really hoping that he would show back up so I could get a look at him. I knew the 10-point had survived the season as I found both of his sheds in the spring. However, all summer long he was a no-show on the cameras, so I continued checking cameras just hoping he would show up. Finally, on October 24th, he made his debut and he was worth the wait. We started hunting this buck pretty hard, and finally on November 6th, while we're sitting in a tree stand, I receive a text message to go to social media and check out this video somebody had posted of the buck we're after chasing does along a busy road not far from where we're hunting. So as I'm sitting in the stand watching this video, Larry turns to me in the tree and says, "Big buck in the field," and when I turn around and look, it's the big buck we're after coming directly from where the video was filmed. It was great to finally lay eyes on this buck, even though we didn't get a shot at him. And unbelievably, 2 days later, the same guy sends me a text message photo of my buck running across the road again. We continued hunting hard for this buck, and with almost daily photos of this buck, we knew he was in the area, but we only had one other encounter with him the entire month of November. Well, with all the trail cameras in the woods, they told us that he made it through gun season and avoided getting hit by a car, and that leads us to our next encounter.
Crossbow Nation TV is brought to you by Mission Archery, Black Eagle Arrows, superior carbon technology,
So needless to say, after that encounter, I was sick to my stomach. It had been a really long time since I had wounded an animal. So after a few days of searching with some friends, I decided to start another feed site near the bedding area where I found his sheds, just hoping if he survived, that's where he would show back up. That proved to be the right choice, as a few weeks later, that's the first place he showed back up on camera. A few days later, he showed back up on my big food plot, and we had some cold temperatures coming, so that leads us to Redemption Day.
January 13th, East Central Ohio. We're hunting over my destination food plot tonight and my tower blind because I'm self-filming. The buck that I've been after all season has just recently shown back up since a bad encounter with him where I wounded him last month. He's lost a lot of weight, but he seems to be doing okay other than that. He has been on this field almost every night for the past week. So with some snow and some single-digit colds, I'm hoping he makes a daylight appearance tonight, so stay tuned.
It was a relatively slow evening. We had one deer in the beans and one small buck came out in the turnips. I was about to give up on the evening when 3 does ran out into the middle of the standing beans and started feeding. As I sat watching these deer feed in the beans, something got the big doe's attention and she snapped her head up. So I looked out the window on the opposite side of the blind, and there he was.
Serious about your hunting? Learn what America's top crossbow hunters already know. The Chaos 325 from CAMX Outdoors is the deadliest crossbow hunting system ever. Powerful, light, compact, and rugged, the Chaos 325 comes ready to hunt and is the only crossbow with guaranteed accuracy and satisfaction right out of the box. See what sets them apart at CAMXCrossbows.com. 100% American made, 100% dependable, 100% guaranteed for life. CAMX, America's hunting crossbow.
As the buck fed in the turnips, I felt my shot was going to be in the standing beans, so I had to get the frozen window open on the blind. Just as I got the window open, the buck picks his head up and comes walking straight towards me. As the buck passed through my shooting window, I now had to get a second window open with the buck less than 30 yards. As soon as I got the window open, I quickly ranged the distance and got ready for the shot.
I've been playing cat and mouse with that deer since he showed up on October 24th. Encountered him, passed him last year, and was hoping he was still around, got both of his sheds, and he finally showed up October 24th, and I set my goal, him or nothing. And he came in to 25 yards, and I drilled him.
For over 30 years, Excalibur has led the way in crossbow performance. We've crossed the strongest rivers. We've battled the harshest conditions. We've climbed into countless tree stands. We've stalked endless miles. We asked ourselves, how do you make the world's best crossbow better? Make it a micro.
After the shot, I quickly got on the phone with my buddy Drew and had him come and help film the recovery.
Well, we got him. He went a little over 100 yards, surprisingly, on a double lung, but most of it was downhill. This is the buck I've been after all year, and I decided it's the biggest one I had on camera, and I decided it was a all or nothing him. And about a month ago, we had a run-in, and he left with a scar and my pride. But he showed back up about 18 days later and started coming in pretty regularly during the night. And just recently we got some cold temperatures, and I have lots of food. So he showed up and gave me a second chance, and I redeemed myself. Awesome buck.
It's always a little bittersweet when you kill a buck that you're after, but with the history, encounters, and a second chance at this deer, this one will go down as one of my favorite hunts of all time.
Well, congratulations, Damian, on a great deer. And guys, was that an excellent story or what? How many times do you get a second chance at a giant buck like that? So for Damian to be able to lay all that footage down and capture this hunt and tell the story all on video so that we could bring it to you, the viewers of Crossbow Nation TV, it was just truly remarkable. So once again, way to go, Damian. Congratulations. And that wraps up this episode of Crossbow Nation TV. As always, we thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.